Morning, everyone.
Morning.
A good Sunday. Reflect upon it, it's gone already. It's never going to come back. No? 26th June, Sunday will never come. So in your planning, like today is not going to come back tomorrow. So in your planning today, you should start thinking beforehand, what am I going to do with it? God has given us this powerful gift called present. It's called a present.
We're not utilizing it skillfully, dutifully, and we seem to be always behind it. The present becomes past, and you're worrying about future. But if you're peaceful and happy in this present moment, you will find tomorrow you'll be remembering, I was very happy yesterday. So that happiness is like a fragrance. It will continue to soak your consciousness and the mind, and you'll have a pleasant smile on your face. Utilize this present by little careful planning. What am I going to do? You call it forward planning, isn't it? Do the planning and just reflect upon it. Even if it is gone, what is it that I should have done and I didn't do it, so that the next Sunday you invest. And what do we do? We have got 3 presents. Remember Buddha's lucky number 3? So you got your physical presence, which is your body. And we invest a lot of time in that. And then you got your mental presence. And then you have your spiritual presence. You're all 3 in one. Some of us have got this physical presence is extremely strong. The mental part of it is a very little, and spiritual is almost not there. When you get angry with them, you call them you're like an animal. Animals not have that mind, no? The human beings also, most of us, as per Vedanta, are operating in 3 planes with our mind there. One is your navel, just behind the navel and your spine, and just below that is called the Swadhisthana, is the creative center, procreation power, and below that is your excretory power. These are certain chakras. Chakras meaning they are continuously rotating. When your plane, most of our plane is operating, they are called, navel is called the Manipura, Swadhisthana, and Muladhara, which is at the bottom. When you do that, your mind is filled with desires, unhappiness, sickness, disease, and bickering mind. So when we're talking about present, this moment, you should elevate yourself by doing actions of goodness with all 3 planes: physical plane, mental plane, and spiritual plane. As you practice, and if you do that, soon your mind will rise to call the Anahata Chakra behind the heart. When it comes to that, you read that book called Conversation with God? You heard about it? It happens then. Then you're talking to God. And when you come to Vishuddha Chakra, which is, this is as per Vedanta, behind the throat. When you're in the Anahata Chakra, behind the heart, you also hear what is called Pranavadhvani. Pranavadhvani is Ananta. Dhvani, sound, can come from Ahat. Ahat is when you strike like this. This is Ahat. But there are sounds which are called Anahat. And it is eternal. And this sound is the reason for the procreation of the entire universe. Remember, Jesus Christ said, God said, let there be light, and there was light. That's how this theory of it through the Genesis is what we had learnt about, how this universe got created as per Christianity. So God said, meaning what? Let there be light. But before light, God said, no? Said is what? Sound. He spoke. So the first came Anahat. You will hear that Anahat sound when your navel and below, and if you're practicing spirituality, through tapas, sadhana, silence, isolating yourself for a while in a day, detachment, bringing into yourself from your desires, greed, etc. Detachment makes you feel very strong. Why should you fast? Have you noticed after a fast, you feel so strong? You feel very good. When you do that, through the tapas, you go above the navel. Till then, if you're practicing, you will hear the sound of either a flute, continuous sound, or a sound of a cricket. Have you heard the grasshopper cricket at night? Like that. Or a bumblebee. These are the three sounds. When you come to Anahata Chakra, you will continuously hear the gong of a church or a temple. And they're there within us. Only thing we don't know about it. We don't practice. When you come to Vishuddha Chakra, you hear the roaring of the ocean. And when you're there, you're seeing God in everyone, God in everything. And then comes Agya Chakra. When you rise up to there, then you are absolutely in bliss. This bliss is what? Eternal happiness. Everybody likes to be happy, no? This happiness, you notice, is eluding us continuously. You do something, somebody does something, somebody gives you a present, or says a nice word, and you feel happy, but it lasts for such a short time. And it goes away. This happiness is what is the journey of being a human being. This is why you have to use your body and then the mind and go beyond the body and the mind. And then you go to what you call spirit, your soul, your Atman. So when you talk about detachment, what does this detachment mean? All it means, it doesn't mean that you say, I'm detached, so I'm going to sleep all day. It doesn't mean that. I'm detached, so don't talk to me. Don't bother me. You do your work. It doesn't mean that. Detachment means you elevate yourself from those three chakras and bring yourself to the higher and the higher plane. And when you're doing that, you will find automatically your cravings, your craziness for those desires, gold, money, property, this food and that food, all those things start to dry up and dwindle away. And you're very peaceful and happy with whatever you have. That is the detachment coming in. And with the detachment comes in what you are searching for, and everybody is called the word happiness. And if you notice, when you're happy, you're so peaceful. So there's a beautiful Vedantic saying, when you're peaceful, when you're very happy, know that God is strongly present inside of you at that moment for everyone. So have you noticed babies are almost always happy. They don't have those complications. They don't say, you forgot my birthday last time. They're very simple, eternally happy, peaceful. And this is why it is said that be childlike. Now sometimes you have to, which is called discriminative power, choose to dissect that which we talked about, tree of life. You remember that this human body is actually a tree, but like the normal tree, it takes in the life, its energy, etc. from the root, from the soil. In the human tree, it is upside down tree. The roots are above. And these roots are receiving energy not from the sky and the heaven, it's from within yourself, and in turn from everywhere, receiving it, including the sky and the heaven, receiving that energy, and through the spinal column, central nervous system, is sending it to the entire body. Roots receive it and send it to everywhere, isn't it? And then you have flowers, and then you have fruits and a conventional tree outside. Same thing happens with you. That when you purify, and there is a time when you need to cut off this root. Have you noticed most of the Vedantic tradition, monastic discipline, why do they shave off their head? That's the reason. They do it physically first, and then they practice and tapasya and sadhana to do it spiritually, before that mentally, before that physically. This is why this detachment was forcibly introduced. If you remember, in the ancient time in India, widows, when they became widow, they had to shave off their head. These were the reasons of the earlier times. They enforced it. The modern time says it doesn't mean that you have to run off from your work, from your family, or whatever responsibilities you have. You must continue to do them 100% with purity, with truth, and with sincerity. I cannot do wrong. Not okay. I remember whenever I think about this word, I was in China. We were attending an IB workshop. And this is in Beijing. We were walking down the street, and there was a Chinese policeman, quite a young guy, must be 20, 21. Nice, tall, strong-looking guy. And he was not Chinese-y looking, like small, roly-poly, slanty eyes, not like that. In fact, we were very surprised in Beijing. We saw such wonderfully handsome boys and pretty girls. And those of you seen the Beijing Olympic, you would see those boys and girls, they showcased Really very good looking. So this handsome boy, police guy, was standing with his eyes straight out. And he was not moving a single muscle in his body. He was not looking here, looking there. He was not shifting. He was standing, rock solid. So I asked my guide, I had a guide with me. I said, why is he standing like that? He said, he's not allowed to move. He can't move. So I mischievously went in front of him. I went around him. He didn't stir. He's steadily looking straight out. So when I asked this guide again, why? So used this very simple word, no can do. Not very good in English. He said no can do. Can't do it. I remember we were about to enter into a shopping mall to buy something for the school and all. There were two gentlemen, old gentlemen, must be around 75, 80. They were smoking outside in an open air, very strict with smoking disciplines. After the finish, I was standing and waiting for the rest of the teachers to finish and come down. I was alone. I was looking at them. I always love to study people, watch them, and reflect on it, learn something. They finished smoking, then they were looking around. They were holding the cigarette in their hand. And then they got up, quite old. With difficulty, they got up. They walked something like from here to maybe that wall, that side. There was some dustbin, went and put the cigarette butt there, and came back all the way here and sat down. That's called inner discipline. No can do. I can't throw the butt like that. This is what is the discipline that we need to utilize in ourselves. When you cut off the tree, as you're going to cut it off, you will suddenly say, no, there's a beautiful looking fruit. Let me first eat this one. Otherwise, after if you cut the root, the fruits will not be there, no? So as you eat it, you feel very happy. You say, okay, let it stay for a while. After a while, maybe there's a little sickness comes, and you're sick of it, and you say, let me cut off the root again. As you cut it, again there is a very nice shining fruit. And the fruit says, eat me first. And you say, okay, let it stay for a while. This is what is in my life today. We do a little bit, small bit of happiness. We're forgetting about the present. We worried about the future. And we are repenting about our past. Remove it, do things right, today, now, for the time being. Prepare yourself right from now, 15 minutes from now, half an hour, 1 hour. What am I going to do? How am I going to talk to the kids? Have some seed in your mind. Forward planning. Think about one thought, maybe 5, 6 different thoughts. Have in your planner, mobile, wherever. So that once you use one thought, go on to another thought and another thought. And you will find, you'll feel with that discriminative power that you have worked at it, you're prepared, you feel very happy. I've done a good work today. At the end of the day, reflect on it. What am I going to do tomorrow? And what did I do today? And that peace and the happiness which you attain by doing right, it's very easy to do the wrong thing, easy to say something hurtful to somebody, very easy. Very easy to criticize someone, it's difficult to appreciate. study people, look at their body language. What are they saying? You know, your tongue can tell lies, body can't tell lies. Body will catch straight away. Supposing a person is listening to you, you're talking, and person is standing with a hand covering the mouth, it means she or he is not believing you at all. She is thinking it's all fraud. Where the same person's hand instead of here is here, it means a lot of attention, paying total concentration to you. Have you noticed some children in our school days, boys and girls, and like in your class, they will be standing like this? These body languages are good language. Supposing it's a wrong language. Supposing somebody is standing in front of you like this. What does this imply? Challenging your authority. I don't like you. I know better. Break the body language. How would you do it? Have you ever read this book? Give a book. They'll have to lean forward to take the book. The language is broken. And now you talk what you have to do. Otherwise, the same person is going to listen to you and it's going to go like that. It's of no use. So learn, do a little study. If you like, Shadamam will organize for body language for all of you. Utilize it for your children. When you're talking to kids, you can make out just by looking at them whether this child is with me or child is thinking about something else outside. So prepare yourself. Make this life a present for yourself. Make this life a present for everyone else. So Kabir said, when I was born, I cried. And everybody smiled. During my life, I've been crying and smiling. My life should be such that at the end of my life, when I smile and others should cry. Think about it. Love you all. Keep smiling. Thank you.